Hello everyone. Our today's topic is R2R questions and answers which have been asked during the interview. So let's get started. So our first question is, tell me the journal entry to increase the stock. You know that to increase the stock means we have to make purchases. So the first entry will be purchase account debit to stock adjustment account, and second entry will be purchase account debit to cash account if we are making the purchases on cash basis. All right, so don't get confused about this entry that the journal entry to increase the stock, how to increase or decrease it. So it's very simple. If you want to increase the stock in your godown or in your company, then you need to make the purchases. All right, so next question is, what is accrual, and explain with journal entry. So what is accrual? Accrued expenses are the expenses incurred in the accounting period but not yet received or accounted the bill. It is a current liability. So accrued expenses are those expenses which are incurred in the accounting period but not yet received during that particular month. All right, example we can take, suppose we are rendering services to the company and company is paying salary to us. All right, so suppose my salary is 10,000 month. I have provided my services for the month of March. Now the company will pay me the salary for the month of March in April. All right, so this is an accrual expense for the company. So accrued expenses are the expenses incurred in the accounting period but not yet received or accounted the bill. That is why it is a part of current liability that you have to pay after a month, 10 days, 2 days, 3 days, but you have to pay. That is why it is a current liability. It comes under current liability. Now what is the entry for this? Entry is rent account. Like rent we generally pay after the month, after a period of month. Okay, so either you can write here salary or rent. So salary or rent, whatever you can take, account debit to accrued expenses account. All right, next question is, which fixed asset will not be depreciated? Remember, think about it, that which fixed asset will not be depreciated, because we have studied generally on every fixed asset depreciation we charge. But why I have written here gold, the reason is that sometimes the interviewer asks that which fixed asset except land will not be depreciated. So land is the answer for this. If suppose the interviewer asks which fixed assets will not be depreciated, then you can answer land. But if he specifically mentions that which fixed asset except, suppose he said except, then this question becomes a little bit tricky, because it's very difficult to find out which fixed asset will not be depreciated. So the answer for this is gold. Okay, next question is, explain the dual concept. Dual concept, you know the meaning of dual concept, which means that it has two effects. Every transaction has two effects. So the basic relationship between assets and liabilities, which means that assets are equal to the liabilities. All right, we can take an example. Suppose we have made purchases. All right, so but the entry will be purchases account debit to cash account with 5,000 rupees. All right, so now you can see there is a dual effect in this entry. How? See, 5,000 rupees I'm debiting here, and with the same amount I'm crediting the cash account. So it has a dual effect. 5,000 is debit here and 5,000 we have credited here. All right, this is called dual concept. Next question is, what is prepaid? Explain with journal entry. Okay, we have studied accrued expenses are always paid after rendering the services. Okay, prepaid expenses means are those future expenses that have been paid in advance. Okay, it is a part of current assets. When we are paying in advance, that is a current asset. When you are paying later on, that is and accrued expenses. All right, so examples for this is like rent. Sometimes we have paid salary, and even no one pays salaries in advance. Okay, so we don't consider it. So suppose, let's take an example for this. Insurance premium account, insurance premium. Okay, suppose on 1st July my insurance premium was due. So on 1st July 2019 my insurance premium was due. I paid the whole the insurance premium for the whole year, that is rupees 1200. Okay, so I paid full amount. So entry is very simple: insurance premium account debit to cash account. Okay, now I have paid for the whole year. It means I have paid till 30th June 2020. All right, now on 31st March when we close our books, now that time we have to make an entry because we have received the insurance, we have paid the insurance premium account in advance. So again we have to do we will have to do one more entry, that is prepaid expenses. So the entry will be prepaid expenses account debit to insurance premium account. Insurance premium account, why we have credited? Because we have already debited the insurance premium with 1200 rupees. Now the question arises, with what amount we will debit the prepaid expenses. See, we have paid 1200 rupees for the whole year. All right, now for 3 months we have paid in advance, so we'll calculate the insurance premium for 3 months, that is 300 rupees. All right, so when we are paying, that time the entry will be insurance premium account debit to cash account, and on 31st March the entry will be prepaid expenses account debit to insurance premium account. Now the next question is, what is GST? This is very important. Goods and services tax which is paid to the supplier and collected from the customer, and set of addition is paid to government through monthly return. Okay, let's understand through an example. Okay, I'm buying some goods from the supplier. Okay, so I'm paying 10,000 to the supplier, that is my GST. All right, but I have collected GST of 15,000 from the customer. Now this 5,000 GST is more. In that case, this 5,000 rupees I will set off addition, or I'll pay to the government through my monthly return. Got it? This is called GST. Next question is depreciation. Depreciation means depreciating the tangible asset value year to year from the assets purchased on that date. We know that is furniture, plant, machinery, all these fixed assets are depreciated. Now what is tangible? Tangible assets, you know very well, that which you can feel, which you can touch, that is called tangible assets. And the entry for the depreciation is depreciation account debit to accumulated depreciation account. Next question, why this company? This question normally you'll find everywhere. Okay, every interviewer asks, why do you want to join this company? Answer is very simple. You can add more points in this question. I have just written a few lines about it, that whenever I think MNC company name for the job, only one name comes into my mind, and that is, here you have to fulfill the name of the company. Okay, Accenture, Google, Microsoft, Capgemini, whatever it is. Not for me. Many person dream is work there. Maybe one day it will come true. Okay, so this type of answers you can give. Next question is, why BRS is prepared? BRS here is bank reconciliation statement. So we know that if bank reconciliation is prepared on periodical basis for checking that banking related transactions are recorded properly or not. Like suppose we have deposited a check, or we have deposited some cash, or some other person have deposited cash in my bank account. So and for that related, checking that banking transactions are going on well or not. What it does is, it helps to detect the errors in recording transactions and determining the exact balances on the date. Error here we are talking, suppose someone has deposited 5,000 in my account without informing me. So how would I come to know that he has deposited 5,000 rupees? Okay, whether he would tell me, or whenever I'll get the bank statement, only at that time I will come to know that he has deposited 5,000 rupees. To find out these kind of errors, there is a need to prepare bank reconciliation statement. Okay. Next question is define merchandise. Merchandise means goods for resale. Resale, suppose you're doing a trading business. You are buying the goods from the supplier and selling it to the customer. That is known as merchandise. Merchandise also, if you say, it is also known as we can say that it is a raw material. Again, it is a similar thing, like raw material. When you purchase and you are converting the raw material into finished product, and that finished product you are selling in the market, that is known as merchandise.